Hello, sixth graders. This is Mr. Shearer, and we are going to move on to day 2 of our percents unit. So our topic today again is percents. I heavily recommend a calculator today. Remember, you can always find one online if you don't have one at home, but this is a real tough assignment without a calculator. For those of you who want to know just what your assignment is, it's a worksheet today, focusing on finding the percent when two numbers are given. So we're going to start with a recap of what we already know about percents. We talked about this, percents are out of 100, and they take everything and they say, like in this case, Brian got 20 out of 25 questions on a math test. If he earned 80%, what that says is if there was 100 questions, he would have gotten 80 of them. So they make everything about 100. The other thing we already know is percents are 2 decimal places. There's a list of examples. And the last thing we know that we just did is that to find the part of a percent problem, it's whole times percent. That's what you just did. So we just did this type of problem. What is 32% of 150? And we wrote 0.32 times 150 equals 48. That's what we worked on last time. So as I told you guys last time, there are 3 types of percent problems. You always get 2 out of 3 pieces of information, and you're looking for the missing piece. So we had this example that I told you I'd keep coming back to, where Ryder had a test. He had 27 questions right, 30 total questions, and he got 90%. 27 was the part. 30 is the total amount. And 90 was the percent. So we had 3 types of questions. This is the first time Ryder had a test. He got 27 questions right. That's the part. He got 90% of the questions right. How many questions total on the test? That's when you're looking for the whole amount. We haven't done this type of question yet. But you got the part and the percent. You're looking for the total. All right, Ryder had 30 questions on a test. He got 90% right. How many questions did he get right? This is what we did last time. You were looking for the part. You had the total amount, you had the percent, and you're looking for the part. That's what we did last time. Today, we're doing this type of question. Ryder had 30 questions on a test. He got 27 questions right. What percent did he earn? We're looking for percent today. So you get a part and a whole, and you're looking for the percent. That's what we're working on today. So I want to remind you of the percent triangle. Part goes on top, whole goes on bottom left, percent goes on bottom right. You always cover up what you're looking for, and it tells you what to do with the other 2 problems. So if I cover up percent, it's going to tell me that it's part divided by whole equals percent. So let's just jump in and do a few. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you guys a quick clue. This question says 10 is 40% of 25. There's the is and of and percent symbol clue to tell you what numbers you're looking for, what numbers you have. So 10, which is the part, typically has the word is next to it. 25, which is the whole, typically has the word of next to it. This is just for short questions. And 40, which is the percent, has a percent symbol. So I'm going to refer to the is and of today. Is usually refers to part, and of refers to the whole amount. All right, so finding the percent of a percent problem, we're just going to jump in. This is a type of question you have to answer today. 15 is what percent of 25? So 15 is next to the is, so that's the part. 25 is the whole amount. If you remember your triangle, cover up what you're looking for, which is percent. It's part divided by whole. Part divided by whole. So 15 divided by 25, and that gives me an answer of 0.6. The second step is you just have to read that 0.6, which is a decimal, You have to read it as a percent. So remember, you move it 2 to the right, and 0.6 is 60%. So we did part 15 divided by 25, and we just had to know that 0.6 meant 60%. Let's do another one. 17 is what percent of 20? Okay, so we're going to cover a percent. It's part divided by whole. We know 17 is the part because it's got the word is next to it, and 20 has the word of next to it, so it's the whole. 17 divided by 20 equals 0.85, but your final answer then would be 0.85, which equals 85%. Your final answer would be 85%. Okay. 19 is what percent of 40? Part divided by whole. 19 divided by 40 equals 0.475. And then remember, you have to read that as a percent. That's a decimal. 0.475 is a decimal. You have to read it as a percent. So if you were to move it 2 places over, it'd be 47.5%. You always want 2 decimal places, so it's 47.5%. And again, part is almost always next to the word is, and the whole is almost always next to the word of. So let's take a look at this question. 112 is what percent of 80? So in this case, the part is more than the total. This means that you're going to have a percent over 100%. So this is like you had 80 questions on a test and you got 112. You did extra credit something. But the part can be bigger than the whole amount. It usually isn't, but it can be. And this is a case where it is. So it's cover up what you're looking for. Part divided by whole. So it's 112 divided by 80, and it gives you 1.4. That's a decimal. Remember, you move it 2 to the right, and your answer would be 140%. Okay. 4.8 is what percent of 2,400? Well, 4.8 is the part, 2,400 is the whole. Part divided by whole. 4.8 divided by 2,400 equals 0.002. And I just want to point out that's less than 1%. That's a tiny little percent, because if I were to move that decimal over 2 places, it's going to be 0.2%, less than 1. And the last question of the video is a real-life example. If you're wondering, there are 180 days in a school year. We have completed, it should say, 48 days. What percent complete are we with the school year? So we are 48 through 180 days. That's actual truth. Yesterday, Monday, was day 48. So cover up what we're looking for. Divide the part by the whole. 48 divided by 180. We get 0.2666666, etc., which I'm going to round. I'm going to move my decimal over twice. Boom, boom. And I'm going to say we're about 26.6% of the way through the school year. That's crazy. We're already 1/4 of the way done with your 6th grade year. All right, guys. Oh, it shouldn't say that. Hang on just a second. Let me fix this. All right, so your assignment is actually a worksheet today. So don't forget, it's a worksheet assignment. As always, 6th graders, thank you for watching the video. Email if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you at the meet.